So it is my mom, two sisters and I at home. My mom's upstairs yelling for us to look at what she discovered. She's standing on a toilet making a beat on the bathroom ceiling. Why the bleep did something make the same beat back? I am a 27-year-old female and lived in San Diego all my life. This started on Daisy Avenue, 92,114. I won't say which house exactly. The house was passed down to my mother, so it has been around for years. My family and I moved out when I was 12. This is how it started for me. I'll let you know when it starts for my older sister. It was the same day my uncle stayed the night. He is 1 year older than me. I was probably older than 4 or just about to turn 5. I was laying in bed in the second biggest room in the house, watching TV. I'm sure it's bedtime at this point. Suddenly, I feel my blanket move by my feet. I'm seeing it move. I pull the blanket off and nothing is there. Maybe a year later my grandma and uncle start coming over more because of a family issue at home. Eventually my grandma went back home, but my uncle wanted to stay a little longer. That didn't last very long. One night my older sister, my uncle, and I are asleep on the living room floor when suddenly I hear laughter. I've never been a deep sleeper. My sister hears it too because she is also now awake. Looking at each other, we hear laughter again and eventually wake up our uncle when suddenly a shadow appears at the bottom of our stairs by the front door. It's not a black shadow, she was literally a light faint white color in a figure of a little girl, 2 pigtails, and appears to be holding something in her hand. She's laughing lightly, walking up the stairs when she stood at the top of the stairs in front of the window, then just continues towards the second biggest room in the house. That's my older sister's room. Now I moved across the master bedroom downstairs with my baby sister. The next day, well, the same morning, we told my mom what happened. It was the weekend. She noticed her brother freaked out and took him home immediately. When she came back, she went to investigate. My stepdad was at work. So it is my mom, 2 sisters, and I at home. My mom's upstairs yelling for us to look at what she discovered. She's standing on a toilet making a beat on the bathroom ceiling. Why the bleep did something make the same beat back? Stepdad is now home. He's looking through the attic and just said it was birds. Boring anyways, my baby sister's first birthday is here. The adults are partying. Of course, kids playing, and eventually it starts to get darker out. My older sister and I are in the backyard playing on our swings when we both look up and see a figure standing in her window upstairs looking at us. We both run inside, up to her room to see nothing. Literally nothing, so we walked to the window and looked out. There's no wind blowing. It's March 31st, good weather that day. But for some reason, only one swing is moving. We went back outside to see both swings, still no movement at all. Eventually we moved on. My baby sister is 5 now. Long story short, I stood in my older sister's window, literally standing in the window, and nothing happened. My baby sister got up there and fell 2 stories high and survived headfirst. Her head landed on the grass, body on concrete. She was unconscious, but walked out the hospital with a little limp and a scratch. Amen. I'm 12 now, and we eventually moved to Serra Mesa. Days into the new place, I am the only one home. Mom is out having fun. Both of my sisters are with their own families. We all have different dads, haha. That night, I feel something watching me. It is sending chills through my body. It doesn't feel good. So I see if my friend was awake. She lived a couple doors down. She came and sat outside with me until my mom came back at 4 in the morning. Yes, I told my mom. She didn't care, or she would have been back hours ago. The feeling of not being watched stopped maybe an hour before my mom got back, but I was not going back inside until she was here. After this situation, I don't know how long it's been, but me and my mom share a room. We are all asleep until I hear these weird noises. I open my eyes and there she is on my ceiling, the same little girl who was laughing at the old house, but it's just her head. You see her pigtails, her eyes, her mouth is moving, but she's not speaking English. I am trying to move and speak but can't. I think my mom notices because she eventually gets me to move and asks me what's going on, so I told her. That next day my older sister's friend is over, and for some reason she also sees things. She walks out of my sister's room on the phone. I'm in the living room watching TV. At one point I don't hear her talking anymore, like she just froze. I turn around, she was literally frozen before walking into the hallway back into the room. I ask her what's wrong. She immediately says my name and asks if anything has been happening to me. I told her what's been going on. Never described how the little girl looked. She looks at me and says, I'm sure I see the little girl that's been following you. She has pigtails and she's carrying a toy bear. She questioned. I tell her yes, that's her. She's white, pigtails, and she carries some type of toy in her hand. She says, well, she's light blue, right? Now I think you helped her enough, and now she's ready to leave. As thoughtful as that was, I was ready for her to go. Till this day, I think she helped my little sister when she fell out that window, and I do believe something happened in that home, and she needed to find her way, so she stuck to me. I think my sister and I showed her how to be a kid, and that's all she wanted. She never scared me until she was on my ceiling. Now when we weren't born and it was my mother and her parents, the chandelier would make a loud noise and start moving. moving. If they hit that chandelier, it didn't make the same noise. She had a dark man figure stand at her door at night, but that was pretty much all she told us. Yes, I do still feel things around me. No, I cannot see things anymore, unfortunately, or I just act like I don't. Would anyone know if they spoke a different language in San Diego when it was just dirt roads? She definitely was not speaking Spanish or English. She definitely lived there before it was the house it is today.